right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, January 25th, to talk a little bit about all the goings on in our toy community, right? All the news from the companies, all the new releases, and I mean, well, I'm snowed in. Snowed in is a contextual thing because it doesn't take much to snow in Texas. And right now I'm looking out my window and the snow has covered the ground completely. So yeah, not driving out there. The haul is a little small. And so anyways, let's talk about some of the, news. And there is quite a bit of news out there lately. Not good for Hasbro, but let's get into it real quick. Number one, I always start with all the shenanigans and all the fun stuff. And then we get into the military and Marvel stuff. And I think we're going to have a good show today. So let's get started real quick. Without further ado, Hasbro is embroiled in a lawsuit. Apparently, a group of investors did not like the way Hasbro handled Magic the Gathering and its cards, and how they didn't like the way they handled it and felt that they were doing some money shenanigans. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what the lawsuit says. Hasbro did not follow through on its fiduciary. How many times have you guys heard me say that? Responsibilities to its shareholders. So investors, really. So yeah, we're going to get to see a lot of that nastiness play out in public. The other thing with Hasbro, because Hasbro does produce a lot of toys, is that get ready for some price increases. They hired this guy named Doug Bowser from Nintendo. And he has a reputation for being quite insensitive to the fans, and he's a corporate executive, right? I'm not interested in he's basically interested in how to extract more wealth for the product that he provides. He's not a fan. He's just trying to, he's just, a ho-hum executive, right? Just trying to get some more money. So, he's probably going to find more ways to cut costs. He's probably going to find more ways to increase prices. One of the things that was super telling with him at Nintendo was apparently some people were complaining about the price of the Switch 2. And he basically said, if you don't like it, just buy the first Switch, you pores. So he is, almost to the point of let them eat cake. So, just expect no sympathy now. It just is what it is. If he's on the board of directors, he's just going to do what, a ho-hum executive would do. I don't really care about, I care about the product, but how much money can we extract? Not a fan, right? Maybe that's why a lot of times some of these companies that we adore, like Valaverse, Ramen Toys, GRIDIRON, gosh, I don't know. I'm thinking about more stuff. But anyway, those are just the ones that really come to mind. I think some of those guys look at that and say, we can charge that amount. But the reason they can't is because they don't see the value provided by a fan, right? They don't see the amount of accessories, the contextual value, the input that we have as a fan community and that those guys tend to listen to. Instead, you just have a big corporate behemoth who, we don't care, I guess there's still some individuals within the company that do, but maybe those are few and far between now. Anyways, so just get ready for that. Let's move on from that. And like I said, you probably won't ever hear this in any other news show, but I like to talk about what things are we finding over at the liquidation stores. So at Burlington, we are finding, my wife found mine, the Twilight 2-pack, you can see up here in the corner. So that's been showing up at Burlington, I think between 12 and 15 bucks, somewhere in there. Most everybody says it's like $12.99. That's what mine were. So, and then Ross has been like a little mini RossCon, as I said in my previous hunt video. We're starting to see the Star Wars droids show up. We're starting to see Godzilla stuff show up, Super 7 Godzilla stuff. We're starting to see the entire line of that Spider-Man, the one with Agent Venom, Kane, Spider-Boy in it. So that entire line is showing up. Some people have been lucky and found the whole wave. And then you're seeing more Retro Joe's hits. But here's the rub on that. On the Retro Joe's, price got kicked up. Ross has been paying attention. Still, a $9.99 Joe, if you're looking for it, is way better than a $25 Joe. So, I mean, really you can't, I don't know, whatever. Still, $1 isn't too much to me, but that's the way it starts. Anyways, let's move on from that. All right, and just a quick PSA announcement. As you can see here, I don't care what you collect. I really don't care. Whether it's comic books, whether it's shoes, whether it's trading cards. Collecting is generally not a profitable endeavor. It just isn't. It just isn't. Now, the difference is I collect for the joy of it. If you're collecting for the joy of it, and we're going through these because we just talked about Burlington and Ross, and this will tie into it. If you're collecting for the joy of it, then go for it. But I don't know if you're collecting to scalp for it, if you're collecting to hold on to it and hoping the resale value goes. I mean, you might win every now and then. You might. Everybody else it's a race to the bottom with this stuff. Everybody else finds it. There are some caveats. Collecting is an expensive habit. And it's generally not profitable unless you dedicate your life to it. You have Toy Federation, you have Dallas Vintage Toys, you have Valaverse, Ramen Toys, GRIDIRON. Those guys those companies dedicate their lives to it, right? They think toys 24/7. Most of us, if you're doing this, you're doing it out of fun, or a scalper might be doing it as a side hustle, because I don't see people making a living off of this. So, find a way to fund it. I do it by selling some excess stuff or stuff that I just didn't open or stuff that I'm not playing with anymore over at the Metroplex show. I tend to do retail or lower. It is what it is. And then I take some of that money and re-put it back into the, fund there. It tends to generally fund itself. Just, yeah, it's what it is. And, try to keep my hand out of the family money cookie jar. So anyways, if you like a thing, go ahead and get it. Just go ahead and pre-order one of them, so you're not sitting around sad FOMOing because you missed it, right? At least get one of the thing, just one at retail if you really like it. And then if you happen to find some out there later, whatever, just that'll be icing on the cake, right? Don't get mad at people that find the stuff, because you just look like a clown. Be happy for the dude. Maybe the dude's been looking for it for a while. Whatever. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on it. And then finally, if you roll the dice on a liquidation store, if you do the, clearance chicken or liquidation chicken, you look like this chicken. You're a clown chicken. So don't be sad when it doesn't work out. Don't be sad about it. Just be happy for the people that it does work out for. I'm never able to score everything that people find. I have a little more luck at it. That's just because I'm a little bit more practiced at it. But, I generally, you might stumble onto a few every now and then. And I would just be happy with that. I don't know. I mean, sometimes this collecting can be a little stressful, but it's not supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be a joy. It's supposed to be a hobby, and it's supposed to bring you, happy thoughts, happy vibes. So yeah, just don't be that clown chicken. Don't be sad about it. If you roll the dice in Las Vegas on a roulette table and it comes up green and you put it all on red, that's what you get. All right, let's move on from that. Gridiron. Gridiron, if you ever thought that, hey, that M113 certainly looks like an ultramarine rhino. There you go. Now you can load up your Joy Toy figures, Warhammer Ultramarine figures in that one M113 and call it a Rhino. Just put some, Ultramarine stickers on it and you'll be good to go. Yeah, it's in blue now for police or, whatever, Ultramarines. Anyways, thought I'd share that with you. It looks very cool. Also, from Gridiron, I guess it's Warfare, I guess they're calling it now. Skull Crushers. Essentially, it's 3 different types of figures. Let me see. Yeah, you're going to get, kind of 3 different. So here's what you get with the Skull Crushers, right? You're going to get to pick from which one of these you want. But look at the amount of accessories this guy comes with, right? He's got like 3 different heads, and then even a mystery head, a helmet, a beret, just so many. This is what I think sometimes Hasbro and other companies, big store companies, miss. Hey, they're paying $40 for an action figure. They're paying $29 for an action figure. Yes, but look at the contextual value that it's bringing to us, right? And if you're not a fan, you're not going to know what to put in that package or what will sell. Anyways, just to me, I love it. This looks amazing. Yeah, just looks great. And yeah, one of the, in every package, you're going to be able to get one of these helmets. So it could be white, green, blue, or a mystery one. I wonder if it's silver or gold. I don't know. We'll see. So anyways, oh, and this came up on my feed for some reason. I've already ordered these, but the Saboteur. So these are Soldiers of Fortune by, Big Bad Toy Store and Gridiron combo, right? They kind of team up. You got the Saboteur. I've already ordered a couple. For some reason, these popped up again. The Close Combat Operative, I ordered several of those. They look fantastic. I like that red and black combo. It looks dangerous. You shouldn't know, Dottie. There's some things about me you shouldn't know. That Pee Wee Herman. And then you have the Jaguar Brigade Specialist. He would go perfectly along with that Destro, Pimp Daddy Destro. So, yeah. Anyways, I've already ordered those. Red Atlas has also. It's fun. It's because I had a conversation earlier with the owner. But anyways, you have, it made me laugh. You have the 55-gallon drum barrel, which actually has a little light that makes the fire flicker in it. So it's got a little fire in it. And then you have a exceptionally well priced M4 3-pack with the crate. Can't beat that deal. $22. So there you go. And then also you have the handcuff 6-pack. So whenever you need, for your dioramas or settings or whatever, there you go. I love having those little bits and pieces to make your stories come to life or, make them just look cool, right? Just great settings for a story. All right, let's get into a little bit of Marvel. Number 1, Sandman. Well, it's Sand Mutant. Anyways. It's the Sand Mutant. I've already ordered it. It looks great. So the interesting part is, I would recommend not the deluxe version, the standard version. Because the only thing you get with the deluxe version is extra forearms and that weird diorama. I don't need that. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave that. Yeah. So here's everything that it comes with. It's got some money in it too. That wasn't shown up here. Oh yeah, it was. Anyways, so here he is standing in just like a regular, all the little accoutrement. This is the deluxe version because it's showing you everything. The one that's not a deluxe doesn't have the stand and those forearms and stuff on the other side. So I love it. So I already ordered mine. You can go get it. I think I got mine from 5K Toys. So go put your order in if you like it. Let's talk a little bit about McFarlane. There was apparently a list that came out from, forgive me if I say it wrong, Bro Depot. I don't know who this is, but anyways, usually apparently he's right. It was a huge list, but these are the only ones that I care about that were on the list. And we walk through them. Hog Girl. That's pretty cool. I liked her in the show. I don't know. Kendra Sanders. Is that a comic book version of her? I guess I should have looked it up before I talk about it. But anyways, Poison Ivy, DC Classic. I always loved that Poison Ivy. Not when I get it from outdoors, but as the comic book. Anyways, Wonder Woman from the 80s. Is this finally the Wonder Woman that we've been clamoring for? Boy, do I hope it is. McFarlane Collector Edition Red Hood, under the Red Hood gold label. Another Red Hood. Always big fan of Red Hood. Let's see what happens. And then oh no, these is the Super Friends stuff. Daggum, this isn't the Wonder Womans that I wanted. So anyways, you got the Super Friends Wonder Woman chase and the Super Friend Wonder Woman. Not the Wonder Womans I'm going to be looking for sure. Elite Gaming Edition, Kratos with Ares armor. Ares? Ares. I don't know. Armor. If it comes to... I'm not going to buy that. I didn't see that it was an Elite Edition. I refuse to pay $50. I refuse to pay $50 for these action figures. It's just basically the $25 action figures with a couple of extra things in it. Doesn't make it an Elite. Doesn't make it an Elite, McFarlane. Gaming Edition, God of War, Kratos. Well, that one might be better. We'll see if that one's any better. So, anyways, let's see, what else do we have? We got some really confusing stuff from Mafex here, and we'll get to that in a minute. It's just very confusing what Mafex did here. It's almost silly, right? So you've got the Batman Hush Bruce Wayne. Looks like a great Bruce Wayne. Only thing, sometimes with these suited figures, the legs are only one joint, and that drives me crazy. But anyways, here you have Mr. Wayne. Looks great, yeah. But for some reason, they're going to include an extra Catwoman head, an extra couple of Batman Hush heads, which this figure can't use. I don't know. And then a couple of legs for the other Hush Batman. Is that to sell this Batman? Is that to sell this figure because nobody wants Bruce Wayne? I don't know, it's just very confusing. I guess it's just a marketing gimmick to make you buy this one. If you want these special other accessories, you got to get this. I'm not a big fan of that. Anyways, and then this was super confusing to me. You've got another Superman from the Hush line. You got all these head sculpts, but then you have Superman pictured, and then Clark Kent pictured in a whole suit. Does that mean I'm getting a Superman? I can convert it into a Superman figure? Does that mean I get pieces for I don't know what that means. What am I getting in the package? I don't know. I would imagine that they're saying it goes with this Superman, because there's no detail in here. This is the dumbest communication that I've ever seen. One of the dumbest, because it's almost like false advertising, really, because they're showing you these figures, but you only get the one figure, right? Maybe if you could convert it, you could justify that. What I think it is just a Clark Kent figure and him doing this, and then some heads for Clark Kent and one head for the Superman figure. But you don't get the Batman Hush. You can't convert it or not. That's a separate figure altogether, which is highly, highly confusing. Anyways, that's stupid. All right, let's move on from that. Over at 5K Toys, once again, you can go over there and check out this. It looks like a Call of Duty figure with the skull head and whatnot. Looks neat. Looks cool. I have no nostalgic pull towards this. I wasn't really a big Call of Duty guy player. I was mostly wasting my time on Fallout and what was it? The first Fallout back in 97, 98, whatever that was. Decades ago. Doom, I played Doom, Unreal, stuff like that. You know, a lot of isometric games. But anyways, Call of Duty. What is this? BTS Toys UK SF SAS Task Force. He looks cool. 86 bucks. All right. And then you got this Veal Weaver. I don't know where he's from. SAO04. He looks cool. Looks cool. Look, cool figure. There he is, kind of in an action pose. I don't know. $98 plus shipping. But you could blend in. The reason I post him in here because he looks cool, because he could blend into the Joes, right? He could just be one of those, be a Joe character if you want to spice it up a little bit. So soft goods are always a plus. All right, what else do we have? Pillars of, what is it? Pillars of Creation. I don't know what that is. Is it a game? Is it a book? I think it's a book. I think it's a book, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, 78 bucks for this figure right here. It's a cool design, but once again, those colors are way too bright. It just screams, here I am, take your best shot. So, I mean, if you look closely at military colors, they're muted. But then again, this is sci-fi, so, you know, crap is gonna glow and call attention to itself. A little ludicrous, but whatever. So here it is, and here's everything that it comes with. If it was a different color, like muted colors, like gray, black, brown, maybe spots or hints of red, hints of green, you know, something. Muted tones. But like this, just, I don't even want, because it's a half-finished product to me. Now I gotta go paint it. No, I'm not gonna pay $98 to paint it. Anyways, guys, you know what? We're gonna go straight. I mean, there's no use in cutting because we're just gonna go straight into the haul. Because this, truth is, it's kind of minuscule. It's kind of minuscule. So hold on, let me put this to sleep real quick. But it's pretty small. Pretty. Here you go. It's not a very big haul at all. I picked her up because she was $5 on Walmart, and I mean, she's a Joe. $5 for a female Jody shooter. So I picked up 3 of them. She was $5. You know, the weapons. You know, I could probably use the head sculpt on something. Those shoes are kind of doofusy, but I don't know, still kind of cool. Anyways, $5, can't go wrong with it. I also picked up another eel because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get an eel from Ross. I got this one from Ross. $10 now. Eels are always my favorite, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a water vehicle soon. So there you go. And the last thing I got was Budo, another Budo. Mostly for the head sculpts and some of the armor and the swords and stuff. They kind of convinced me. I'd only ever bought one of these, but now you guys saw me, I picked up 2, so I'm gonna open one of those. It's one of the only figures, you can count on one hand how many figures I only have one of. I think Slice and Dice was the other ones that I was just like, I don't even care about this thing. It just wasn't my era of Joe's, so I passed on it. But but because it was part of the classified line, I went ahead and picked it up. So there we go, Kyle Budo, last thing we picked up. What did you guys pick? I've been snowed in, so I really can't get out, really can't do a lot. But or else I probably would have had some more pickups. And I have 5 packages sitting at the post. Even it's funny. I saw my mailman, mail lady. Could pull up to I don't know why she was even out here. She pulls up to drop off our packages and put them in the, because in Texas, if you live in a larger metropolitan area, they encourage you to have communal lockers for dropping off mail. It makes it cheaper for the post office to visit one spot as opposed to 30 different houses, right? Making a stop 30 times down the road. So anyways, we use that, and there's some parcel lockers down there at the bottom. So anyways, the lady came by, stuck her key in it, couldn't stick her key in it. Essentially, the ice had frozen everything. And because we had freezing rain, it got into the mechanisms. You can't do that. She literally just got back in her car and left. I wonder if she was supposed to do that with everybody to see if she could deliver something. But anyways, it was useless, pointless. Why are you even out here? Pointless. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's all I got. What else? Yeah, remember, Classified Members Monday. We'll do a little, behind the scenes on Monday. Talk a little bit about what you guys want to talk about. Members want to talk about for a little bit. And yeah, again, I'm still excited about Zolcon. Yeah, let me know in the comments. What did you guys find out there? What are you excited about that's coming up for release? What do you think about those changes at Hasbro? Good, bad, indifferent? Who cares? Let them run it into the ground. That's my opinion, really. Ultimately, I don't care what Hasbro does. If they want to run it into the ground, run it into the ground. I'll find, I used to super care about it, but now because we have so many different options, so many other independent toy companies popping up everywhere, I'm like, you know what, whatever. Just run it into the ground if you feel like it. I'm done with caring. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. If you're enjoying the shenanigans, the show, the hunts, the reviews, why not subscribe? Worst that can happen is you can bump into me at Zolcon and get you some free swag. As always, special thanks to the members. Their input, generosity, and guidance allow me to bring you guys better content. Stay safe out there, everybody. And as always, as long as you guys keep watching these shenanigans, I'll keep rolling them out.